These artists are coming to Sacramento. Well, West Sacramento to be precise. Oh man, it's going to be a party. Come join us. It's Brrr at the Barn on Sunday, December 29th from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. with Yotto, Marsh, Shingo Nakamura, Massane, and Cassie Vega. This is happening at Drake's at the Barn, a 2-acre community gathering spot along the Sacramento River in West Sacramento's Bridge District, with some recent history of hosting music events with the likes of Duke Dumont, Nora and Pure, Bob Moses, and an event we went to, The Youth, along with Eli and Fur, on the same evening. In this video, we will talk about the venue itself, parking in the area, and if you're needing to stay the night, we will share the best location to stay and some hotels you should avoid. And how does Simon Doty play a part in all of this? Now, stay to the end as I got 2 important details you'll need to know. We are Sippy Cup Adventures of Northern California. We are a travel channel mostly exclusive to travel in Northern California, but we do a little Van Judah content on the side. Okay, so this is where I must confess that I made a big mistake. I can't believe this. This is Joseph. Joseph is a community and events manager at Drake's. I went out to visit Joseph at Drake's. I took some footage. I recorded him. He gave me a bunch of great information. No volume. There's no volume on any of it. I tested before because, listen, Patty wasn't with me, and she's my technical director. She sets up the phone on the gimbal. She adjusts the microphone. She does all of the levels, and I put it all together. I thought I had it figured out, but I made an error. So I'm just going to dub over it. Joseph, I appreciate you. We'll see you on the 29th. So anyways, here we go. So welcome to Drake's at the Barn. Let's talk about the venue a little bit. So first, Joseph showed me inside of the VIP area. The VIP area is inside and outside. So it's newly decorated. They just got done, or they're finishing up some of the Christmas decorations. There will be a full bar in there. And at Drake's, they have their own beer as well as a full bar. And then back outside, it's still the VIP area. I asked about bathrooms. There's no private bathrooms, but Joseph is saying that there are bathrooms in that building right there, and then there will be porta potties around the corner. Yeah, in past events, a complaint was lack of restroom facilities. So Joseph is taking care of it. They will have, again, those main restrooms in the main building and porta potties. So it's taken care of. The entrance to VIP will be behind Drake's on the pathway by the riverfront. Meanwhile, the VIP is going to be right there in that patio area where Joseph is walking. All those tables will be gone. So that's where the main stage is, where I'm pointing. And it's covered. If you're on the rail, you're going to be covered. So if there's some weather, rain, and you got VIP, you're not going to get wet. There is a plan B, and I'll discuss that later. Now, all these benches and picnic tables that you see here, they will all be here. So they're not removing those. So if you want to have a seat, you'll be able to have a seat. And Joseph was telling me for the first time they're going to be doing bottle service. Now, when we were there for the youth at Eli and Fur, the lines weren't too long. There was some times where the lines were long. And there's going to be 2 locations that you'll be able to get beer or cocktails. But you can have bottle service, and that will come, more information will come on that a little bit later. Well, not later in this video, but I guess for updates on bottle service and the weather, you can follow Drake's at the Barn and all day, all night events on Instagram. And I'm guessing they'll be updating there. And also the food menu. They have pizzas, wood stove pizzas, burgers and stuff. But Joseph is saying that they are going to pare it down. They'll make it very simple so that the people can get their food quick and easy. And it'll be easier on the kitchen staff. So You could definitely get food here. It's gonna be, like I said, we've had it before, it's really good. And the pizzas will just be easiest. And behind Drake's, you see, here's the bike trail or walking trail along the riverfront. And there's the beer booth that will be open to get cocktails. So if you take the hotel recommendation that we're gonna suggest here in a bit, you'll take that path and walk and either go to VIP behind or the main entrance will be up front. And then Joseph and I go out front and we talk parking. Now, I believe a lot of people are gonna be driving to this event coming from the Bay Area. I don't think they're going to be staying in a hotel as much, so they're not going to ride share to this event, and you're not going to certainly ride share from the Bay Area. So parking's important. What you're going to want to do is download the Park mobile app. Now you get the first 2 hours are free, but you still have to register, and then after the 2 free hours, you're going to have to pay. And you do have to pay for parking until 10 p.m., so basically the entirety of the concert. You'll get the first 2 hours free. So Joseph is here is explaining there's parking all the way to the right and all the way under the 50 overpass that you see. So there's plenty of parking there, including a bigger parking lot just around the corner that I'm going to show you right now. Yeah, so in addition to street parking, here's the main parking lot that they offer. It's the 5th and Bridge lot seen right here. In addition to that parking, Joseph was telling me that there will be even more parking if needed. This is Sutter Health Ballpark, and this is going to be the home of the what was once called the Oakland A's. Sorry, I had to get that dig in there. That's A's owner John Fisher. I'm a disgruntled A's fan. But anyways, there will be additional parking here at the ballpark if needed. And you can see this is a new residential area across from Drake's, and you can park on the street there. It's not zoned for residents only. They have their own parking, so it's okay to park there. Personally, I'm not going to choose to park there. I mean, this is a safe area, but who knows? Maybe get some pissed off residents or like, you know what? They're always taking our parking spots. I don't know. I would park on the street away or in the parking lot. So that's just me. And if you're staying at a local hotel, you could use a scooter. You can see that they have Lime scooters here. They have Lyft scooters and they have Brrr. And to order Brrr, you've got to go to the Lyft app. But that's always an option as well. Now let's talk hotels. I don't know if a whole lot of you will need a hotel, being that this is a Sunday event, starts at 4, ends at 10. If you're going from the Bay Area, you can get back easily, or maybe you want to stay Saturday night, or maybe stay Sunday night. But there is this, Simon Doty's coming to Sacramento on Saturday night, the night before. So maybe you want to stay Saturday night, see Simon, and then go to the Brrr at the barn. Or just maybe you want to come to Sacramento and visit for a bit. Okay, so for hotel reservations, here's my number one choice. There's been some online chatter, hey, where should we stay? I've been directing everyone to the Embassy Suites. The Embassy Suites is actually the closest hotel to Drake's. It's just a 13-minute walk. It's a safe walk. And prices I checked are like as low as $180 and upwards. So pretty reasonable. Get some fam there. Maybe we can, be the Juna fam takeover. Also, an advantage of staying at the Embassy Suites is Old Sacramento is right there, right across the street. So, great place to visit. Okay, back to the hotels. If you're looking for a more budget friendly, again, here's Drake's right here. And we've got Embassy Suites. And we've got Old Town Sacramento. Let me digress a little bit. For some of you who've been to an event at the rail yards or have heard of the rail yards, we went and saw Above and Beyond. Here's the rail yards. It was right at this intersection. A little bit challenging, but nonetheless fun. And for those who've been to the annual Aftershock Big Heavy Metal concert, and I think Golden Sky is the next weekend, a country festival. Here it's at Discovery Park. Some of you may have been to either one of those, so that's where we're talking. Now, for budget hotels, there's this. I do not recommend these. Okay, this is Jaboom Street. as well as Richards Boulevard right here. There is known prostitution, homelessness, drug use. I know for a fact because I had a relative stay at one of these hotels, and yeah, it was that. And so I'm like, is it still there? I went to a Reddit, Sacramento Reddit, 3 months ago. Someone posted, hey, should I stay at these? And they're not recommended. You've got the Best Western, you've got Motel 6, Quality Inn, Howard Johnson, and the La Quinta. So will you be affected by it? Not likely, but if you have options, I choose the options rather than staying on Jabun Street or Richards Boulevard. Okay, so as far as budget hotels, let's go to West Sacramento, where Drake's Le Barn is located in West Sacramento. The closest would be, let's see, right here, Home to Suites. And it's walking distance-ish to Drake's. So yeah, I got Homes to Suites, and then we're gonna check out a few more here. And across 80, you've got Spring Hill Suites, you've got Hampton Inn Suites, you've got extended stay. So those three options. Here's 80 right here. So you still have to ride share or drive to Drake's at the Barn. So that's some options for budget hotels in West Sacramento. Yeah, and those budget hotels in West Sacramento, it's a much safer area. We've also got a Holiday Inn right here, and then there's a Vagabond Inn. Haven't stayed at those. A couple more of the swanky places would be the Kimpton Sawyer, this building right here. That's all residential. People live up here, but really nice hotel, good bar, and also the Hyatt Regency where we recently stayed when we went and saw Jody, did a little staycation. So we stayed at the Hyatt Regency. And there's a couple more of the more expensive ones in hotels. So that's it on hotels. So maybe you've got a few hours to kill in Sacramento, or you're going to come for the day ahead of time and you want to explore Sacramento. I mean, you know, you can't go wrong with old Sacramento, the waterfront here. You know, you got Joe's Crab Shack. You've got the Delta King Hotel, and there's a restaurant there. Apparently it's haunted, so if you're into that kind of stuff. But there's plenty to see and do in old Sacramento. You know, restaurants, bars, museums. The California State Railroad Museum is awesome. So at this point, we're just going to fast forward. I had this long talk about places to go, but for the sake of keeping this video a little bit shorter. So we talk about Doco, the downtown commons area, Golden One Center where the Kings play. The Kings are not playing this weekend, so that's actually a good thing. Punch Bowl Social is a good place to go, and Tipsy Putt, and maybe you want to visit the Capitol. So onward. But also you got Midtown. And speaking of Midtown, Midtown's quite a popular destination. Lots of bars and nightclubs, and including Lowbrow, which is on 20th and K Street. Now, we saw our Sacramento boy Ryan Russell provide support for Latrell a few months back at Lowbrow. And then just a few weeks ago, our boys Almas and Najay provide support for Jody Wisternoff. Now, Lowbrow is where Simon Doty is supposed to play December 28th, the night before Brrr at the Barn. Tickets have not gone on sale, and I'm not so sure. There may be a venue change. At the time of this recording, it hadn't been confirmed, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Now, admittedly, I haven't posted a while on my Instagram, but follow us on Instagram and I'll try to keep us all up to date. And finally, two important details. The first is no cash. They don't take cash, so leave your cash at home. And secondly, if there is weather, we pray that there isn't, there is a plan B, Joseph assured me to. So you can feel confident in booking your hotel or making a trip. They'll keep us all posted if there's weather. So thanks for watching Sippy Cup Adventures of Northern California. I hope this video has been helpful, and we hope to see you on the 29th for Brrr at the Barn. Take care, fam.